What I'm worried about for the business owners in here that are considering technology is there's multiple things going on right now. The market's tougher. AI is looming. Real talk. Like, no matter what you've read or what you've thought, I just want to remind, how many people here are over the age of 45? Raise your hand. For everybody who just raised their hands, you lived a full childhood before you went on the internet, like I did. I went right through high school never being on the internet. We have all, if we're over 45, in our grown-up life, young adult life, have watched technology completely change the world. My first ever talk was for like 13 people in Union, New Jersey at a Chamber of Commerce event in 1997 when I told them that I was going to build a website on the information superhighway on the World Wide Web, and I was gonna sell wine on it from my dad's liquor store. And I gave this passionate rant of what was happening and why this, that, and why some of you, I know all of you, are advertising in the yellow pages. Remember that shit, OGs? Kids, you have no idea how crazy the fucking world was pre-internet. And I gave this talk and I'm done, and I feel like I fully laid out why the internet was gonna be big, and I felt amazing, and literally those 13 people laughed directly in my face. The first guy raised his hand and said, "You're telling me that I'm going to go to a computer and buy a bottle of wine? Why wouldn't I just go to your fucking store?" And then everyone laughed. And I looked at all of them, I said, all of you are gonna laugh right now, and then someone like me is gonna go into your industry and make all of you fucking cry. And then it got quiet. And then it happened. What I'm worried about is, when I was doing my homework, how many people still haven't advanced their tech stack? And I get why. I come from small business. I grew up with a father where every dollar mattered. And so I get that in a tough year, it's hard to unravel all your legacy tech and make the investment to cloud-based SaaS this and this, that, and retrain all your old. I promise you, I'm from the dirt. I really, really genuinely understand. The problem is, we have a perfect storm of why you get hurt. Macro market, tough. Macro technology train coming very fast. You try to hold off for another year or two because you want this year's P&L not to be a disaster. And then we wake up in 2026 and 2027 and it's really ugly. That concerns me, and that's why I talk about complacency. My favorite strategy to watch in business is this one. This is the one that I've watched when the internet came along. This is the one that I watched when blogging came along. By the time social media came, which is why I'm an investor in Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all these companies very early on, was I had seen the pattern recognition. Your industry, all of you, it's really gonna happen. By show of hands, how many people here know what a deep fake video is? Raise your hands, put up the lights, I just wanna see. First of all, epic, good work. For the ones that didn't raise your hands, don't feel bad, it's still an emerging tech, but clearly either that Weekend Drake song or the Dame Lillard ESPN thing last week. So just for everybody to fully understand, for the last 100 years of society, the judge and jury has not been the Supreme Court in America. The judge and jury of our society has been video proof, right? Think about history. History will always tell you the future. There were human beings that used to live without video. Didn't exist. It was invented. It's not even that long ago. For the last 100 years, all proof has been the video proof. We are entering into a new era of technology and society that every person in this room in 5 years will not believe a single video they see. There will be more fake videos on the internet and on the news in the next half decade than real videos during that same period of time. Think about that. So what's going to happen is every company that produces video will first have to put it on the blockchain to show they were the people that made the video, and then it will go to the internet. We now take the internet for granted. It is infrastructure for this world. It is the biggest thing that happened to this industry in the last 25 years, and there's not even a close second. But it's only 25, 30 years old in the form that it is today. we take for granted that there won't be new technologies that come along. The blockchain and AI together over the next 20 years. How many people here plan on working for another, actually let me go a different way. How many people here plan on retiring in the next 5 years? And I don't mean you're gonna crush it next year and buy an island. I mean you're fucking old and you're finished. Raise your hands, retiring in the next 5 years, raise them. All right, let's clap it up for these 14 OGs. Enjoy the fishing, get that sunshine. For the 99.9% of the rest of you, this stuff is coming. And what I'm concerned about is it's hard to run a marathon when you're not on the treadmill setting up for it. The thought of how many people here are still in the same tech stack or not even in a tech stack in 2024, knowing what the world's gonna look like in 2030 is petrifying to me. 14 people in here are lucky because they're gonna be fishing and laying on the beach. But for the rest of you, if you feel like you're a step behind on tech, look, on the record, I don't like tech. I don't like innovation. I wish nothing changed. Every 5 years I figure it all out, start crushing, and then the shit changes. I'm annoyed. I understand. I don't want anything to change. I wish it was just email and Google AdWords like in 2000. I had it fully figured out. I wish it was before internet. My direct mail and newspaper ads crushed. I don't want this. I'm not a futurist. I don't think this is cool. I didn't even own a computer until I was 19. I'm actually not that interested in tech. I'm just interested in not going out of business. I'm just interested in growing. I'm just interested in not being delusional. When I said this is most people's tech and innovation and marketing strategy, I mean it. Most people, when they see new shit come, put their head, they see a huge tidal wave of innovation, they put their head in the sand and pray. And a very few amount of people grab a surfboard. I believe the business world, and I believe humans in general, are obsessed with no. It's safe. They're obsessed with or. I can either do this or that. I really believe the most important word for almost everyone in this room is maybe. When new stuff comes, instead of no, for the stuff I'm talking, post 3 times a day on LinkedIn, your business will grow. Do you know how many people are here? No. Can't. Why? No. I've tried, it didn't work. You tried, but you sucked, right? Do you know what the ROI of a basketball is for LeBron James? Billions of dollars. You know what the ROI of a basketball for me is? Negative 10,000. I've torn both my meniscuses and haven't made $1 on it. Social media, LinkedIn, B2B marketing works. If it doesn't work for you, it's because you're not good at it. And these are the things we need to understand. Maybe. There are so many major things going on in the world right now from a technology standpoint that the biggest thing that I need to get to is get you into understanding the analogy I made 5 minutes